Hey everybody, Rich Lang with Prep U with our list video number 6, things I always carry. These lists I've used over and over and over in many of the videos. I talked about these items all the time. These are items you cannot be without, absolutely not be without, really at any time. They are so important to have items such as these with you. Here's the list that I'm talking about. All right, things I always carry on me personally in my bag, in a briefcase, in a backpack, whatever. Second one, things I always carry in my vehicle. This is stuff that pretty much stays in my vehicle. There's a couple items, and we'll go over them, that come in and out wherever I am. And we talked about this before. We found this on the internet. 5 items you should always carry, and then of course I added a few that I like to have with. So here we go. Without further ado, as I always say, things I always carry, things I always have with me. IDs, at least 2, because that's what they want. You know, if you got to prove yourself, if you leave home and a tornado hits and you need to get back into the area for whatever reason, you're gonna need IDs. That's the only way they're gonna let you in if you live in that area. So make sure you always have at least 2 picture IDs with your addresses. At least 1 credit card and 1 debit card. Why? Because a prime example of, I was at a local box retailer not too long ago, and I tried to use 1 card in their system and it wouldn't take it. It would only take debit cards. So luckily I had a debit card, so I was able to use it. Cash is a must. No less than $100 in small bills, no bigger than 20s. Compass, well, absolutely. Knife and or concealed carry weapon with extra magazines. Phone and list of important numbers, because in a stressful situation, are you going to remember the numbers that you need? And what if your phone doesn't work and you can't access those numbers? Important and highly used website IDs and passwords. When's the last time you thought about getting something and you go to the site and you try to buy it and went, what's my password? What's my ID? It's nice to have some of those stored. Now, stored in a way that people can't figure them out, obviously. Put it in your, also put it in your wallet or your purse or whatever. Extra house and vehicle door key. Absolutely a must. Water. I like to have water with me at all times. A water bottle, whatever. My daughter taught me that. Water is great to have. Paper and a pen or pencil. Write stuff down right off the bat. And then all my key rings for every vehicle, for every for the garage ring, the house ring, and everything has a small little keychain flashlight on it, because obviously the worst things happen when it's dark and you can't see a darn thing. I can't see a darn thing without glasses either. So, but all right. So things I always carry in my vehicle. Get home bag. That's one of the items I was telling you about. I take in and out. It's always with me wherever I go. When I walk out of the house, and if I forget it, the wife and daughter and son know I'm running back in the house to get it. But beyond that, in the car, I'm going to have water. I don't care if it's 110 degrees outside. Having water is very, very important. Snacks and energy bars, have some of those. A first aid kit. A knife. And this one, since you don't need to put it in your pocket, should be a fixed blade, full tang knife. Mace, available up front near the driver's and passenger area. Map of the state I live in and all the surrounding states. Absolute must. I have a safe attached to my vehicle, also, all my vehicles, so if I go someplace I can't take my concealed weapon with me, it gets locked in the safe in the vehicle. Again, important phone numbers are in the vehicle. Paper and pencil, paracord, a small toolkit, blankets and travel pillows, a must. Large plastic bags for putting stuff in. A signal kit. If you don't have a signal kit in your car, you're crazy. Extra clothes, walking shoes or hiking boots based on the season. Especially if I walk out the door and I'm in like sandals, there's gym shoes or something in the trunk of my vehicle that I can switch into, and a pair of socks are stuffed inside there. Again, minimum $100 in small bills and 20 in change. And I should have said that before. The other thing is always have some change with you. A folding shovel can be used for anything. It can, obviously in the winter it's for snow, but you can always use it. And sand, there's always a tube of sand in the back of my vehicle. I don't leave it in there in the summer for various reasons. All right, 5 items you should always carry, plus a few extras. We talked about this. I talked about this in a weekly update. I think I even talked about it in a couple of videos. Number 1, triple sensor solar watch. It's really nice to have, especially if maybe not so much if you're here in the flatlands of the Midwest, but if you are out in the mountains, you want to know your altitude, you want to know where you're going, barometric pressure and the changes. You should be attuned, like I've always said, is you want to be aware of your surroundings, and barometric pressure is going to tell you a lot about weather patterns and stuff, and that's pretty important, along with temperature. Because if you're hiking, having some fun up in the mountains, boy, it changes quickly. We all know that. A pocket knife is good to have. 3 inches good, 4 to 5 inches is better unfolded, the knife itself. Butane lighter, and here I would add a few or a box of Strike Anywhere matches. And if you can get Strike Anywhere waterproof matches, get them. All right, put them in your little 5 things you should always carry kit. A micro LED flashlight with extra batteries. I've shown you some really good ones in past videos. You only need ones that, maybe one AAA battery fits in, and carry a couple extra AAAs. Hand sanitizer, boy, everybody should be having hand sanitizer and using it often. An emergency blanket. This is one of the ones that was added beyond the 5 items, was the emergency blanket. We all know how those work. If you're a runner and you run in a race, you know how you get that nice warm emergency aluminized blanket at the end of the race, and you just, especially when it's cold out, and you don't go into hypothermia. But anyhow, 7, I also added 7 wire, especially that the craft wire, the green craft wire. Man, you can use that stuff for anything. You can tie up stuff, you can hold stuff together. It's always nice to have that around. And then, which I couldn't believe that wasn't on the list, but Band-Aids and antibacterial. It doesn't have to be Neosporin. I just happen to like it. Growing up, we used Bactine, spray Bactine. Damn, that stuff hurt. But any of that stuff is really good. These, if you can't carry all the other stuff, this is something you should carry. Big time important. If you can't afford a triple sensor solar watch, because they are not cheap, believe me, just get a decent watch. I know everybody counts on their phone. My son didn't carry a watch until he became a paramedic, and he had to take, pulses and stuff like that. So, but now he wears it all the time. He actually likes it. Get a watch. Seriously, get a watch. And I'm preaching to the old guy and gal choir, because we all wear watches. It's the young whippersnappers that don't. But that's it. So those are some good lists, stuff that I always carry on me in my car, and the 5 things that you should always have, even if you don't have all the other stuff. So thanks for watching. If you have a comment or a question, let me know. If you like this video, please like it on YouTube. I really appreciate it. And leave a comment. Like I said before, leave a comment on it. If you'd like to know when we have produced a new video and uploaded it on YouTube, please subscribe and ring that bell. Also, check out our playlist. If there's a particular video that you liked, chances are it's linked in our playlist to other like videos. And plus, you can go to the playlist and see our groupings and other stuff that we have. And we have a Facebook page, of course, called Prep You, and we throw some interesting pictures up there every once in a while. So that's it. So for now, keep aware of your surroundings at all times. Be prepared to be on your own for 72 hours and probably well beyond. And most importantly, prep like your life depends on it, because it does. Thanks a lot. Be safe, be careful out there, and keep prepping.